MarionLightArtillery.com bumper stickers came in, so I put one on each side of the tailgate. They're not really, I'd say you got to be probably within 20 feet to read it or something, maybe 30 feet or something. But it's I was a little afraid of this because this should be taken up this high, which I could have stretched the letters, but guess by putting those symbols in there I should have, well, I don't know, we'll see. I think I'm going to get a 14-inch bumper sticker, see if I could get that. These are 3 by 11, but still they're okay because there's a couple spots and they're still useful for other things for sure. That's why I only ordered 50 of them. They fit right in here, so if it was a bigger one it wouldn't have fit in here, and I really didn't have room on here, so that works out okay. You can still see them though. I mean, if you get up behind that and it's got the cannon in there, you'll see the MarionLightArtillery. And this fit right on here too, because I really didn't have any room, because I put down, you know, I'm a descendant of Confederate soldier down there, and so I could have had it on a bumper here, but it looks best up there. It's more symmetrical, so in fact it's a little smaller, but it does, you can, I don't know how the camera picks it up, but from here, easily see it. So that's probably 18 feet, 20 feet, you can see it easy. So if you get, you know, that'll be right in line with the vision of the driver. I just chose that name like I was thinking for the DIXIE Defenders Camp, they're SCV 2086. They're probably going to be SCV 1861. But if you use a web domain name, you want to leave the number out, even if it's 1861. Just leave a name. So like MarionLightArtillery is actually Camp 1396, but this is really a catch-all site. It's not really the camp website. It's kind of a catch-all website for North Central Florida, or Central. I guess it's like North Central Florida, Marion County. But like the DIXIE Defenders, probably would be a good idea just to have DIXIEDefenders.com or something like that, or .net or whatever, .info, whatever. This way you don't have to remember something complicated. Just like the camp up in Georgia, you say you have Yancey Independence, leave the number out. This way people can remember it, and then advertise it like this, use the art signage, because Google's not going to really push these websites, man. No, not much. I mean, you can do all the AdWords you want, and descriptions and meta tags and all the other garbage. It's very limited. It's not on the, you know, there's things that they like to push. Like so, if you're going to do it, you're going to have to get it out there physically. So there's a little bubble there. Yeah, so you can get that out of there. Anyway. So anyway, that's, you know, not bad. I had to test these first. I was a little afraid that they were, like you can see on the back of this El Camino, I think if I had a 14-inch bumper sticker and maybe shave the graphic down just a hair or something like that, so 14 inches would be up to here. I know, I'm going to have to be much more careful. I just kind of rushed and got that out. I had a feeling they were going to come out like that a little bit, but they're still okay. They're not bad. It's a long word too, MarionLightArtillery. So you could put, you know, one of the things I could have done too is put it bigger up across here than like a .com down here, smaller. That'll increase the letter size. Even if you increase it 50%, that makes it, you can see it further back. Now, of course, you could just make a whole freaking big sign right across the top there, MarionLightArtillery, but that's, you know, it's useful. It's the only way these websites are going to get out there. They're going to be simple names. You know, a lot of people put like SCV, then a number, or camp, the number, SCV, then the name, and I'm like, people don't remember that stuff. They remember the name of the camp. I know the people that are on the inside of the organization remember the numbers, but the public does not remember the camp number very easily at all. They might, 99% of them aren't. So you just got to stick with a name. So it's, I don't know, so-and-so Raiders or whatever, just leave the camp number off, and then get a domain name with that only. And, you know, it could be, if you got a long name like, I was thinking about the camp up there in Albany, Lieutenant Colonel Thompson M. Nelson's Rangers. God, that would be a domain name that would be really, really long. Could probably just put Albany Confederates, and then have it go into something with, you know, like a name you didn't pay for that has Thomas M. Nelson's, Lieutenant Colonel Thomas M. Nelson's Rangers, you know, SCV 141 or something, because I don't know. I mean, it's not my decision. I'm not in the camp, but I'm just kind of, and I'm not a marketing guy, but I know people they remember simple things. And this, what I'm doing is, when I get this cannon done, I was working on I got a little bit more progress done, but I was up in Georgia, and I was also working yesterday, so I'm really working like freaking a lot. But when I get that canning done, you see, I cut out the notch on the bottom, so this sits up in here now. So you got to cut out the wood for the spacer in here, do those circle things right there for the other spacers. So this is getting ready to get sitting in there. I got the square pipe to shorten the axle. I thought I was going to be able to work on it today, but I was still working on website stuff. If you want to check out the website, MarionLightArtillery.com, there's more information going on it. If you look at, I think it's SCV 141 tab, Albany, Georgia. I'm loading up the videos on there. I got 3 of them up there. There's going to be 7 or 8. I was just doing the Poet Laureate video. He came from Yancey's Independence to do he did this really long poem, and I was like, he just thought of this stuff. I mean, this guy's a genius. It's amazing. But I also want to put up the actual poem up there so you can read it besides what he just said. Instead of him just reading it, you can actually see the poem in the PDF. I'm going to be doing that. I'm getting that done tonight. You know, they got the song, the benediction. They got Bonnie Blues song, the Dixie song. There's another song on there. And of course, Susan Lee's long speech. It's over 50 minutes long. Eventually, over the next month or so, I'm going to probably do a transcript of her speech. And once that site on Marion Light Artillery is like really strong, what we're going to do is I'm going to let people clone it. This way, it'll have the 400 articles from the American Sons of the American Revolution, which is all about independence, just like 1861 and 1776. Despite what they're telling you in Berkeley University in California, because it's a brainwashing school over there, it's not the fault of the students. It is the fault of the propagandists. They don't want you to be free. That's a flag of freedom and independence. So when I get that site, it's got a lot of articles on it on Marion Light Artillery already. I put 45 articles of the Sons of the American Revolution up there. There's a lot of information up there. There's a lot of video links up there. I also have all the videos backed up on BitChute, and I should have a way to do direct HTML into BitChute in case YouTube decides to pull the plug on me or something. You know, I don't know what the hell they're doing. I mean, they change the rules and they make up the rules as they go along. So I have the videos on BitChute. That guy's my hero, and I also have some of them on Minds. But I should know. I looked up instructions on how to do direct HTML. This way, if you click it on the web page, it'll play the video within the page itself instead of going to another link. So I could do that. I should be able to do that with BitChute also. I'm probably going to test that out, and pretty soon, just to make sure I got backup methods other than YouTube. But that's the thing is, when that site is really got the 400 articles from Sons of the American Revolution, it's got more information on it. I'm going to put stuff about General Nathan Bedford Forrest, and there's very accurate historical, absolutely irrefutable evidence that General Forrest was the first white civil rights leader for black people in Tennessee, the first major civil rights leader for black people and then he's being smeared the exact opposite. But that's your communist oligarchy who's all connected to the money out of New York, and also they're connected to the money in Hollywood. They're liars. And so I'm going to put up information on that on this website, MarionLightArtillery. There'll be a tab for Forrest, civil rights leader. And so if the site can get cloned, another camp can use all the work I've done and then modify what they need to do as necessary. You know, like in other words, they would change, like if it's Yancey's Independence, they would change the top headers to Yancey's Independence. That would be the first thing they would do. They would change the footer to whatever contact information they want and all that other garbage. But that would save them a slew of work. And so I'm working like a dog to get a lot of information up there that's accurate, easy to read, in good format. And like, I'm not a website guy, but you know, SitePad software did turn out to be very easy to use. But let's say quote unquote easy if you understand a lot of other different software. If you're like kind of a Facebook poster or something, just SitePad might, even that might see, there's no HTML. You could do HTML with it, but it's basically drag and drop. But if you're just a Facebook poster, even though that's a drag and drop software now, I'm finding it very simple. Probably don't know everything about it yet though. It wouldn't be easy for the average person to do. As a matter of fact, to log into where I'm logging in, I got to log into several things. I mean, some people, that would just be daunting to them. It's not to me, because I was into this stuff some years ago for a while. So, this way we can get a lot more information out there, because you know, you can't depend upon the big social media outlets. They are, you know, they're rigged, or whatever you want to use the word. They're biased. They're filtering out information. They're filtering results. And also, you know, I got to warn people that everything we put out here, everything we put out to put our message out, the enemy is identifying us. Believe it or not. And I'm talking about the enemy. I mean, the ones that really want to absolutely destroy every freedom in the United States. Like everything I put out, they got me marked already. I guarantee you. They know this guy's not going to go along with the, you know, the fascist New World Order or some crap. You know, they know this. They know this. Just the fact that I fly that. That's what this is. This is a flag that stands against the financial dictatorial powers that want to own everybody. That's what it is. You know, that's really why the South broke away. It was over financial reasons all the way. It was evidenced by, you know, Thomas Corwin, what he introduced into the House of Representatives, and also Senator Seward from New York, who introduced the same thing. I know ostensibly on the outside it looks like one thing, but that's exactly how all wars are about. They're basically never over humanitarian reasons, especially when you're talking about the New York financial crowd. It's always over money. But we shall see. And so I got the bumper stickers. Not as good as I wanted them. Oh, by the way, DIXIE cat, I ain't seen him around. I'm hoping he's coming around, but I think he was poisoned. That's why I'm losing hope on him, but we'll see. But Boots is here, see? He's right here. I didn't see him in the camera sometimes, but I saw him. Just to show you again, he's here. So I don't know where DIXIE is. He could be holed up someplace, but he's not coming back eating his food. So but Boots is okay. I thought if two of them are gone, I was going to get really, really suspicious then. But I don't know what happened with DIXIE, man. I'm hoping. But I don't know. He had the strength to walk away. That's the thing. Came by. He was right there. He was all crouched down. I took this thing full of treats. I put it down there because he wasn't. And all of a sudden, he looked at it. He didn't really look at it. He didn't even turn his head. He went like that, like a sigh of relief. Like it was almost like he felt he was like a goner. And when he put that, it was almost like a glimmer of hope. I realized, holy smokes, he's really bad off. So I picked him up. I put him in here. Then he walked over there. Then I put this over that. That was the heater, and I had a towel going over it. She was in a tent, and I had that piece of wood over here to block in the wind. But then I stayed up with him to 6 a.m. in the morning, and so that was from 10 p.m. on the 26th of February to 6 a.m. the 27th of February. I went to sleep for 5 hours. 11 o'clock, he was gone. So I'm looking at my security camera, looking over there. He must have walked off of this way. So somewhere between 6 and 11. But if he walked off, he walked someplace not too close. So if he had the energy to do that, I don't know. He might, hopefully he's, he probably knows better what to do than me or a vet. A vet would say put him to sleep. I'll guarantee you that. But I don't even have him here. In retrospect, two things that were wrong with him. He was either sick, which if you use the HHO, if you're sick, that might not be the best thing to do. But if you're poisoned, that would be good to use the HHO because maybe that'll neutralize the poison. And now I'm thinking he possibly was poisoned. And now I'm thinking, boy, I should have used the HHO. The HHO, I was scrambling to get that damn thing for Gold Digger, the cat. Now in retrospect, I realize if I had that earlier, I would have saved her from cancer. I think almost a guarantee. Because that will knock out cancer. I would have that running under her 24/7. So, speaking of another crook, that's an ambulance going by for those making money off the old people that are stupid enough to come down here and go for the stupid medical system. But yeah, I think there's another one. That's what they do all day. It's a money racket. Shakedown state. They could be growing herbs and doing better for themselves than that crap. But yeah, I'm gonna. Holy shit, another one. This is what happens around here. Freaking old people croaking left and right because, hey, doctor got you on pills. Anyway, but I'm looking out for him. I'm going through all that security footage every day, every minute of it, or every minute of it. Sometimes I'm missing some hours, but I'd say at least 20 out of 24 hours. I'm checking everything for him. So if I see something, I'll tell you. But I don't know. Sometimes these guys surprise me, but he was such a little guy. I don't know. I feel freaking so bad. Shit, what are you gonna do? I mean, I stayed. Like I said, I didn't even want to go to sleep because I didn't want him. I didn't want him to leave. I was going out here every hour, checking on him. I said, shit, I got to go to sleep sometime. 6 a.m. So if I go to sleep 5 hours and wake up, he's gone. So, but I'm looking into cat tracking devices. I'll actually put a video. I'm gonna put a video. I could probably be a video on before this. The cat trackers. They got one that works with GPS and one that works with. It's like at a range. Like it'll go. Some of them go at 450 feet in line of sight, but really, if you're going through the brush, maybe 50 to 75 feet. But still, that's close enough. And I'm really checking the area around really good. And I don't know how long the battery life is. That's another thing you got to check. And plus, the other thing is, I got to get a collar that they'll wear, and if it gets caught on something, it's got to break away, which means I'll lose the device. But so I got to research the hell out of that before I do that. I want to get that on Onyx and Feather, but even though they don't go very far, they might go like right across the street there. They don't really go nowhere. It's like whenever I come home, then I don't see them in the yard. Freaking 2 minutes later, they're here. They might come right across the street from that field. That's all they do. They don't really go nowhere. Dixie it's just how he is. He doesn't like being outside. And fixed or not, that guy that's how he is. That's his personality. So I would have loved to have a tag on him that I could freaking locate him. Because I would have been all over that shit the first day. I did not realize the technology for those tags has gotten that much better. I mean, it was only 4 or 5 years ago. That technology wasn't even there. It was garbage. It's gotten way better. So I'm going to get that for the kitties. At least the 2 that I got outside.